All right, I gotta take some time to address this here.
Well, if he really was filming everybody, I mean, he had a lot of people at those parties, right?
Scandals picture this on the very day Diddy got arrested. Marjorie Harvey decided it was the perfect moment to file for divorce from Steve Harvey. Coincidence? Some people think not. In fact, this whole situation is stirring up all kinds of wild rumors that tie Steve Harvey, the beloved Boston comedian, right into Diddy's downward spiral. But let's take a step back and look at how all this
took Sean Diddy Combs into custody. He's seen in this video entering the Park Hyatt Hotel in Midtown Manhattan with others when agents from Homeland Security Investigations approach and separate him. They place Combs under arrest and lead him out the front door in handcuffs.
Been living under a rock. Diddy, or as some still call him Puff Daddy, has been arrested, and we're not talking about a minor offense here. The charges, let's just say they're serious. We're talking conspiracy, trafficking, and even more alarming accusations that have the entertainment world gasping. But Diddy's problems don't just stop with him. It's like a ripple effect. The bigger Diddy's fall gets, the more people he's dragging down with him, and one of those people just might be Steve Harvey. Yeah, you heard that right. Steve Harvey, the guy.
You know, I think in federal court and for these charges, they would say it's routine, but in the public realm, this is very significant, just from who we associate Diddy being and everything we've seen him do over the decades. Like you said, this is quite the downfall to go from, I mean, we saw the mansions back in March that were raided by the feds. So to go from living in those mansions to being in the jail.
Years Diddy has been a titan in the entertainment world, building an empire from his music career, business ventures, and his flashy persona. But what we didn't see was the dark side behind all that glitz and glam. Diddy's legendary parties, rumored to be the hottest ticket in town, are now being exposed for what they really were: wild, scandalous events where anything and everything went down.
And Stacey, you say today's indictment reads like a mob indictment. What was most shocking to you of all these allegations?
Yeah, the fact,
motivational speeches and being the ultimate family man. His entire brand is built around his image as a self-made man who pulled himself up from the streets of Cleveland to become one of the most beloved figures in Hollywood. So when rumors started flying that Steve had some kind of involvement in Diddy's notorious parties, fans were absolutely.
Special housing unit is a 24-hour lockdown unit, which means that any movement within that unit is controlled and coordinated, and no inmate moves outside of his cell without being in full restraints, to include leg irons, handcuffs, a belly chain, and at least 2, if not 3 staff members escorting them.
let's just say, where there's smoke,
There's usually fire. People are now speculating that Steve wasn't just an innocent bystander. There are whispers that he knew way more than he let on, and with the kind of charges Diddy is facing, it's not hard to imagine that some pretty big names are involved. After all, Diddy's not the type to roll solo. He's been rubbing elbows with Illustrious for decades. But why Steve? Why now? Well,
and I remember, like, I don't know if you know what his voice sounds like, but like, I felt like I was in the presence of his monster inside.
but what
Harvey's decision to file for divorce, it's almost too perfect. Right on the very day that Diddy is taken into custody, Marjorie is already lining up to cut ties with Steve. It's as if she knows something big is about to hit, and she's trying to get ahead of it. Some people are saying this is a classic move to protect her assets, especially with all the potential lawsuits and scandals that could be coming their way. After all, Steve's fortune is huge. He's reportedly worth hundreds of millions of dollars, thanks to his TV shows, book deals, and business ventures. If there's any truth to the rumors
that this is the end of the Diddy story as we know it.
Even more interesting, Mara and Steve's relationship has always seemed picture perfect, right? The happy couple who blended their families and appeared on red carpets looking like they were straight out of a romance novel. Well, not so fast behind the scenes. There have been whispers for years that things weren't as rosy as they seemed. In fact, rumors of divorce have been circulating.